Hello and welcome back to the Anime Podcast Seasons of the Isakei'd with me, your host, Ryan, and Lizzie, my co host, where today we will actually be talking about the end of two of our favorite shows. We'll be going over how we felt about To Be Hero X and Lord of Mysteries, while also covering Demon Slayer Infinity Castle with spoilers warning. So if you're excited, buckle in and let's get this started.
Okay.
There
What
she
are we going to
is.
talk about first?
I say we go over
You
the
told me
two
to
shows
mute.
first.
Okay, so which one do you want to start with?
Let's go to Be Hero X.
Okay, let me just tell you, this episode,
It was incredible.
phenomenal.
The
Phenomenal.
the fight scene with just showing off X's everything. His whole, literally the entire episode was just
Just him and Ahu.
him getting to show off his prowess.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that that's what they did for his episode. It was no
Yeah.
backstory, no slow build up to it. It was just
Immediate
from the
action.
get go.
Yep. It starts off basically with Ahu talking to his boss. And um he knows X's true identity.
Yep, from the previous episode where Ahu gets introduced.
Yeah, so he ends up following him and he's like basically my plan is to take him out before the tournament even happens. And obviously X sees him and knows he's been being followed. So Ahu goes to run away when he realizes X saw him. That's when X starts fucking with him with his powers. And let me tell you, it was so hilarious to me.
Makes him a little pixelated image on the wall, and Ahu just running in circles, trying to figure out a way out of the wall.
Which is great.
And X is just having a few beers, just enjoying his
Yep.
night.
And
And then the fight starts.
yeah,
Two
because he's
seconds
like,
later.
yeah, because he was basically saying, Ahu goes, I'll tell them your true identity. And he's like, oh, you haven't yet? And then he's like, no, I haven't. And he's like, well, how do these people know who I am? And there's a bunch of people from the commission outside his window.
And then the rest of it, the episode is history because it's all one massive brawl with X and then a bunch of just random heroes who are trying to
Yep,
take him down.
that are ranked lower than the top 10.
Yeah, which a top 10 hero couldn't take him down. Why do they think all these people could? I have
I don't
no
know.
clue.
I love the little witch. She was adorable.
Oh,
I
yeah,
loved her.
the ice caster.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was adorable. She was flying on a broom. Loved it. But it's all built up to
the tournament.
Ahu wants. Well, yeah, but X shows Ahu the truth about the commission and why the commission is who they are, and basically explaining why he doesn't work for, like, he's not affiliated with
With any hero society, any
any
hero
here.
core.
Yeah, yeah. So, and he talks about Zero, who turned basically into a god,
Yep.
and that's how fear was created, essentially. But I also love that they mentioned X's mortal enemy, and it's that one guy. He also seems like he can jump through the dimensions, but they never
Oh,
say his name.
the one that uses shadows.
Yeah, they never say his name. They say it's his mortal enemy, but yet
Well,
X is unfazed.
no, I don't think it's he is the mortal enemy. I think it's his power is the one thing X can't get away from it because it's shadows.
Yeah, but he did pretty damn good getting away
Oh, yeah,
from
I
it and
mean,
redirecting his specifically redirecting his attack to attack the other heroes.
yes.
And
But
but
even X is like, well, that's a little surprising. How did he
yeah,
follow us?
Yeah, and then it leads up to where they're showing up at the tournament and it's showing the top 10 heroes
Oh,
walking out. Let me just
which
tell you, Queen walking out on that stage, bad bitch energy
can
all day.
I also say this is the first time we've seen 90% of these characters in their 3D models,
Yes.
and they all look
Little
so
Johnny and
damn
Big
good.
Johnny. Oh my, Big Johnny is adorable in his 3D model. I'm also curious how Lin Lee is it Lin Ling
Yeah, Lin Link, the commoner,
is there. Yeah,
and Nice is
is
there.
there. But as nice as there. Yeah.
I that was gonna be my one question I had is I was a bit confused on how both of them are there
And then Nice's
when
face is cracked.
yeah, 'cause the fear that got on him.
So yeah.
But they
But
literally in
he
the beginning
died.
talk about him jumping off the roof and Lin Ling shedding the nice persona and becoming the commoner. So I don't know who this character is.
That and I was just like, oh my god! And this is the last fucking episode. They pardoned Dragon Boy for the shit he did to Smile, even though he was the original aggressor. Like he was let free after attacking Smile for no damn reason.
Uh, to be fair, in Dragon Ball Defense, he antagonized
Unfortunately for
Dragon
the fans.
he had antagonized Dragon Boy, but Smile hit him first.
Yeah, either way, but
And
to
it
be
was
fair, also Dragon Boy's power, the way it works, he's like me. He's got to talk shit and let them swing first, so it's considered self defense.
it was Nice who was the one that gave Smile the fear.
Yeah, I knew that.
Oh, and technically he gave it to Dragon Boy, but Dragon Boy spit on Smile and made
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
But nobody
So
nobody saw the beginning of the fight. They just saw when Smile turned into
he,
whatever he
yeah,
was.
yeah. But like seeing all of them in their little 3D models, I adored. And then Ahu's like, "Wait, what are you doing?" And what did he say? Do you remember what he says?
Oh, it's he he switches to his normal persona and says it's time
And
to
he
check out because
Yeah, he
it's nine
appears in the
o'clock.
middle. Yeah, it's time to clock out.
Yeah,
And he appears in the middle of the ring of the tournament area, and everybody's staring at him so shocked.
well, yeah, because he's not in his X. He's not X
Yeah.
at that point. He's just a
No, he
normal.
says it's time to defy something. He
But
basically, I'm gonna be a brat and I'm gonna do this.
he doesn't want to be X. He doesn't care. Like
Oh yeah, he's very nonchalant.
he said that he said it during the Dragon Boy episode. He's like, if they want the X, they can have it. I don't want it.
Yeah.
But for the past four tournaments, something's canceled it, and he just automatically won. Even though he's like, I don't want the mantra of X. I don't care.
I think he said it's time to defy the commission or something like that.
But yeah, I loved. I'm so satisfied with this final episode. It's so
Yes.
good.
I'm ready for more. I'm gonna be watching out for it, and I'll probably end up. This is gonna be one of the animes I'm gonna rewatch.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to season two because we have the backstories. We've had the introduction to all the characters. Now
Now I
we
want to see
actually
permanent.
get to see them more mainline because this whole season was just introducing us to the top 10 heroes, all the characters.
Yeah.
And then season
Uh,
two supposedly is going to focus on Lin Ling as the commoner. He's going to be
that
one of
makes
the.
sense.
We're also going to see all the other heroes we've already seen play pretty big roles, but it's going to mainly focus around him.
Okay. So it's not gonna be a bunch of time skips and jumps
No.
and which, if you can get through. Okay, we got people who are out here watching over 1,000 episodes of One Piece. If you can get through 1,000 episodes of One Piece, you can sit down and watch this, even though the animation changes, even though it's a bunch of jumping back and forth for the backstories. This anime has to be hands down tied for top number one of this season for me.
It is number one.
Like, no, between this and Lord of Mysteries, because Lord of Mysteries has me in a chokehold too. And it left me even
We'll
more
hold on.
fucking
We'll get
confused.
there. We'll get there in
I
a
know, I
second.
know, I know. I'm just saying, but but these two animes we're talking about today have tied for number one for me
So
personally.
let's do this. Overall, first season, like season as a whole, not individual episodes. What did what did you think? I know it tied for number one, so you obviously enjoyed it,
Oh
much
yeah,
like myself.
it was honestly the first episode, the first 10 seconds of it. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this, but I sat through it and finished watching it, and after finding out, oh, they're switching animations because of a hero's power and learning all the backstories and meeting all the characters, I love it. Absolutely adore it. It's great. It's sad in some parts, which most good animes are, but
Now,
I I love it.
I will say, while I rated it in my top three favorite animes of all time, there were a few of the arcs that weren't the best. They were slow. They weren't quite as full of action as the other ones. But I think the stories they have within them are really good. And it's just an all around, it's a really pretty show to see. And Liz, I think you know what arc I'm talking about when I say it wasn't the best arc, but it wasn't bad either.
Which one?
The
Are you talking
Cyan.
about the night of the Cyan? Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, you get the backstory, but you don't see much.
I also I love Lucky Cyan as a character. I loved, even though the only action that really happens at the last episode of hers, I really enjoyed her arc. But like I said, it wasn't full of fights that you get with every other character. And it's also because, except Ahu, I didn't care about his backstory. It wasn't my favorite, not even close. I think Ahu's one episode ranks the lowest for me, but he only got one episode. So everyone else
Yeah, I
was
think
so
they
much
could
fun to
have
watch.
gave him more, but because I'm still confused about watching those little music videos and how he becomes a person. But I guess we'll see that when he fights in the tournament.
He because oh yeah, how he changes form.
Yeah,
I don't think that's a real. I think that just in her imagination of waking up from the whatever coma she was in. I think that was just in
yeah,
her head. I don't think it's something he can actually do. To be
that
fair,
is true. Yeah, because they don't really
um,
explain it.
but 1 out of 10. What do you rate it?
A solid 9.5.
I'm actually going the same. I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10, even though I love this show through and through. I there's so much that the show did that never got explained. And it's not something they're going to explain in season 2 because it's all past stuff and
Yeah,
we're done
well,
with
because
that.
like I want to see my main thing with that is the kid who Cyan talks to. They never explain who he is,
Yeah,
or
he's just
he doesn't,
a side character that plays a big role in Science arc.
and they
And
never explain who he is because we
yeah,
thought it was Lin Ling at first.
yeah, he's just there at the orphanage. Okay, who is he? He's apparently
They
a big deal.
yeah, he apparently talks about he ruins everything he comes in contact with,
Yeah,
and
it
then they
sounds like the
never
perfect
explain.
villain.
Yeah. Now, unless it ends up being somebody that is a villain, and we just don't know it yet,
I mean that's possible.
because they do show her going back for him.
And for all we know, it could be Lin Ling because it is a past arc. It could be Lin Ling, but with where he is in placement now, I find that really hard to believe that a boy
Yeah.
so unlucky would be able to make it into the top 10 so quickly and easily.
Well, see, my thing is with that, he was unlucky to be present when Nice did what he did, and then he was unlucky to be chosen to be Nice, and then he was unlucky to lose the quote unquote love of his life,
Speaking
and
of my favorite little moon, that's the other story. They never explained.
they explained it in this episode a little bit.
No, they said she was murdered on an island.
Yeah,
That's
that's all
it.
they
Which
explained
we
is what I'm
we knew
saying.
that. We
Yeah,
saw that. But
and then that's
the
when he becomes the commoner.
the why the
Obviously, Brock sent Esol to kill her.
the who like
Which Esol it was?
yeah, what happened with the Esol fight? Who won the tournament? Did they morph into the same body? Did old Esol win? Because it definitely looks like new Esol, but he doesn't have but he's got the suit of old Esol. Like there's some things that don't get explained.
Yeah.
And
So
that's why I can't hit it a 10 out of 10 because there's so
yeah,
many things that it's like what the hell happened? I
and
I want to
I get
know.
I already get confused easily.
Now, Moon's whole situation may be explained in season 2 because it is
Yeah.
present day stuff that happens.
Yeah.
But the Esol part is I don't think ever going to get explained. Um of course the kid from Science Arc I don't think is ever going to be mentioned unless he comes back as a main some sort of mainline villain
Yeah.
for Cyan or for one of that little group. But otherwise, it's a damn near perfect show. I really, really fucking
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to give Demon Slayer the most amount of time because there's a lot more to. I know we have a lot to say about it. But I think the next one it's gonna take a lot more time.
Yeah. Lord of
So
Mysteries.
yeah, let's jump into Lord of Mysteries
It left
because
me confused.
this episode had me so hooked to where
I cried.
it hit a point and I was like, damn, that episode went so quick. And it was only halfway through. And I was like, what the actual fuck? How is we only halfway through this episode? What
How?
happens?
Yeah. I cried.
So, to give a little bit of backstory, last week we did the podcast, but there was a lot of issues with the audio, just everything that could go wrong did go wrong. So we scrapped the episode and we decided to just talk about some of the shows this week that were going to be important.
Yes, and
So,
these two animes were the final episode.
yes, which is why we're
So
specifically covering these two and not the other ones.
yeah.
Um, but last week for Lord of Mysteries, we kind of get the the beginning of the end with a I don't remember her name. Is it Megum, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's one of the characters we've seen many times when they're looking for. I'm gonna butcher his name. Leven,
Lavanus, right?
something, something like that. Starts with an L. On their mission to look for him, which had been like half the season at this point. She is carrying his child, bearing his baby. But we found out in the previous episode that her baby is a demon. Not quite the baby you would expect to be in a woman. And
Basically, she became the vessel for the true creator.
yeah, she is the human vessel to breed the true creator into life and to bring doomsday pretty much upon Tengen. And she's sitting in their their office and kind of losing it. She's the baby, or this demon seed is slowly starting to affect her mentally and physically until it progresses into her turning into a glorified Lovecraftian horror. And that's kind of where this episode picks up, is with the fight actually taking place. And it was kind of neat. It was a really, really pretty fight to witness.
Yeah, it was. They got some of those. What do they call them?
Sealed artifacts.
Yeah, the sealed artifacts, and the one that Dunn grabbed was
Selena's
literally what.
ashes.
Yeah, it's literally what keeps the chamber sealed.
Yep. It's the strongest
So
artifact, their first artifact, and the strongest artifact. And it's what created the Janus Gate within itself. The whole reason that the gate was even put together. It to seal this one artifact. I still don't know what it does. Oh, I think Liz.
yeah, sorry. Yeah. So basically, it's supposed to like draw. I what I got from it's supposed to draw in the creature that is affecting it with like a prayer that you say.
That's kind of what I was getting as
Because he
well.
kept trying to say the prayer while holding it, and then it wouldn't come out. But I'm gonna say this before we get to it: the the prayer he says has to come from the heart. Is what I'm getting from other things that happen during
which
this episode.
we'll get to very quickly
Yeah.
because there's not a whole lot to mention about the fight besides they
Well,
the Klein
I,
gives Leonard. I don't remember what artifact he grabs.
the blood thief
Yes, yes, that
for Leonard. That's the one that Dunn chose for Leonard
that like
because
warps his hand.
Klein got the that damn charm, that sunlight charm again. That's the
Uh,
one he chose,
he that the one
or was that the duplicate?
that the one that he created.
So they
That's
were
his sun
confused
medallion.
why the hell he had it. That explains the
Yeah,
looks.
that's why they were
But
confused.
I do want to bring up something though that made me not like this episode. We still don't know what the fuck is going on with Leonard.
No, we
They never
don't.
explained that. So in
But
the last episode, since we scrapped the episode of that podcast. Something's going on with him where someone's talking to him like a shadow is talking to him
yeah,
essentially.
his shadow is alive, which it's kind
Alistair
of cool.
vibes. Alistair
Um,
vibes.
and it's constantly trying to kind of hint of danger to him, and it's like, hey, you should run, you should get out of here. And of course, Leonard doesn't listen to it, pays it no mind.
Yeah.
But every time you see him on screen, the shadow it's telling him something,
And
some
his
type
look
of
looks
warning.
different than what he looks.
Yes.
It's looking the opposite direction he's looking. I noticed that when I watched that episode. It's not he can be sitting there and the shadow's like sitting there looking at him.
Yeah, the
Even though
shadow
he's not facing that way.
it's almost like a shadow of a different person completely beside
To
him.
me
It's
it
not his
sounded like
shadow.
old Neil. That's who it sounded like to me. So I'm wondering if he's got whatever Dunn's got going on. You know what I'm
But
saying?
Leonard will, I think, play a bigger part in season two because they already have confirmed season two is in the
Yeah,
works.
I know.
So we will get
Um,
more of him, and
yeah,
we'll
and it
probably
doesn't
learn a lot
help
more.
the end of the episode when he's laid up in the hospital and he's asking about
The red gloves.
the red gloves and how he can apply to join them. Cause I was thinking that what might have been like a previous thing, but it's not. But basically, while they're fighting this woman who's about to give birth to the true creator, they're fighting for their lives, bro. Like they are. It's a struggle.
Yeah, Klein
Klein
gets
gets
pierced through
hit,
the heart. Like,
and then every time he tries to do something, he like gets hurt by
yeah,
what I could only describe as a venom because it's green.
yep. It's like a yeah. I would say it's like a venom.
And him and Dunn are crying blood tears because Dunn was also hit.
Yeah, Leonard gets taken out halfway through the fight and really doesn't do a whole lot after the halfway point. He kind of gets hit through a wall and just kind of passes out at that point. Um, but to go back on what Liz was talking about, there is a scene towards the middle of the episode where they're really trying to kill this creature, and Dunn takes one final stand and rips his own heart out of his body.
I really thought he was looking for like matches to light his pipe, bro.
And
It that hurt my heart.
and
I was like, oh no, not Dunn.
he attaches it to the ashes and says the prayer one last time. And it finally works. It
Mm.
restrains
Flowers
her.
flowers start blooming, and then
Yes.
you see the spirits of because something we learned in the last episode is when a Beyonder dies, Dunn ingests parts of their bodies.
Yeah, to get their beyond her characteristics.
Yes. So you see the people that he had consumed. You see Old Neil, Kinley, and some other people holding him up as the box, as Celine's ashes is working on the true creator. And it takes us back. There's a part in it where they're fighting, and it takes us back to the very first episode, the first 10 seconds of the first episode, where you see Klein. It's not Klein in the first episode, though, it's
No,
the
it is.
fool. It is?
Yeah, it's
I thought
Klein.
he had black hair in the first one. But you see him throwing his tarot cards, fighting this thing. And it goes back to that part, and he's trying to fight still to stop it. And like I said, Dunn, that part with Dunn had me in tears because I was like, no, there's no damn way they're killing off Dunn.
Well,
But
they do.
they do, and he stops them. Like, but it also goes into a part like after that where they talk about something else with the sequences with Dunn, where they say he becomes a gatekeeper. Isn't that what they said, or is that the other guy?
But hold on, we'll get there.
Okay, because I was in the middle of doing homework while also trying to watch this episode, so the end is a little fuzzy for me.
So, so yeah, Dunn tears his own heart out, does the prayer, and restrains the creature. And his final part of his final words is he tells Klein to use his sun medallion and put an end to it. And with Klein's last few attempts, they finally destroy the creature. And Klein is crying tears of blood. And Dunn's final words are, we saved Tengen before dying. And as Klein is walking over to Dunn's body, a hand appears through the heart of Klein and killed him. And this man, his name is Ink, INCE, Ince,
I
and
thought it was
he,
Inca. Inca.
I think they do pronounce it Inca, but he pretended to be from Evernight HQ to get in, kill Dunn. He was just there to kill Dunn, but because Klein was still standing, he took the heart of Klein as well, and then took the ashes so he could move up in his Beyonder into a sequence 4 gatekeeper, which made him half man, half god. And then we get a beautiful little funeral scene where the part that broke me, Melissa, his younger sister, finds out who Klein was and what he was doing because Leonard has to go tell them that he had died.
Yep. That broke me too.
She had her circus tickets. She was excited because Klein had been stressed. So she was like, we can use this as a way to go as a family. And then she got the news that he had passed. And then it gets weird because, as I recall, this is halfway through the episode. There's still
Yep.
15 minutes left in this episode, and all of our main characters are dead except Leonard, who's laid out in a hospital bed, and Dally, who's nowhere to be found.
Oh my god, it was so sad when you hear Dunn's verse called voice go Dolly right before like the funeral scene. That had me because I was like, "Oh, he was supposed to take her out. Did he ever take her out?" That was my first thought.
No, no, he didn't.
That was my first thought after that. I was like, "Oh my god, he's going to ghost her by dying. That's insane."
But right after the funeral ends, we get a mysterious little scene of it's showing Inca's like his whole plan. He's the one that Klein's been trying to find since the beginning of the season with the red smokestacks and his vision that he had.
Yep.
And we get to see kind of how all the strings had been pulled so far for this season. And then it cuts to Klein's grave.
While you're hearing the Horcus
Oh yeah,
that
the
hork. Yeah.
Nazis.
Yeah, there you go.
And the gray fog comes out of pushes opens the grave, and Klein's hand reaches out, and then it cuts to Klein being alive
Yep.
up in the gray
And
fog, and he regrows his heart. What?
yep. Almost like it
And
reset his life, essentially.
even he, it's like, what am I now? Am I an evil god seeking revenge? An evil spirit out for
Yeah.
revenge?
Yep. And then it cuts to Melissa and her Benson, ain't it Benson? Is that
Yeah,
his name?
Vincent. Yeah.
Going to the circus.
Well, they're at the house.
Uh, uh, they
They're
were walking.
they're getting bread. They're going home.
Okay,
They were getting bread for
because
dinner.
I thought it was going to the circus. Cause and then they look. Melissa gets a strange feeling, and all of a sudden you see flowers blooming under their feet, and then a clown steps up and hands her a flower. And what this is supposed to be joyous. This means joyous or something joyous. I was confused at this part because we know exactly who that clown is.
Who do you think it is?
It's Klein, ain't it?
No,
It's not.
no.
Is it the fool?
I'm pretty sure it's Ink, Inke, whatever his name is.
No, it looked like Klein though.
He's got blonde hair. What do you mean?
Oh, I didn't. I won't pay. I thought he was wearing a wig. Some clowns. 80% of clowns wear wigs. They don't use their real hair.
I mean, he could have been
So,
wearing a wig, but that person
oh,
was first of all way taller than
it's
Klein
taller.
is.
Yes, yeah, that is true. That is true.
But
So,
his persona was more it the man who just killed Klein, and I believe is going to kill his family as well, just because. I think,
he gonna try and use his sister
yeah,
for another true creator vessel.
could be.
That's my thing. But this show, like this episode alone, just had me. I was trying my damnedest to figure it out, but there's so many questions left unanswered. But I know they're gonna answer them eventually.
Yeah, this is a show I know for a fact will answer most of the questions in the two
Yeah.
consecutive seasons that come after it.
Yes.
Because
So
they've
I'm
already said
excited to
they're
see
doing
more.
season 2 and 3. So
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited.
I'm
But
very excited. I love this
oh
show so much.
yeah, I was gonna say overall, like, what's your favorite part about it?
Oh,
Honestly, if you can choose one thing that's your favorite part.
you're not saying like favorite moment from an episode, correct?
No, no, no. Like, what's your
Okay.
favorite thing of over the across the whole anime?
I think
Like,
I think for me it gotta be the uh, just the idea of the show in general.
okay,
The whole
for
Beyonders
yeah,
spirituality,
yeah.
that
For
whole
me,
idea.
it's the witchy vibes, the tarot cards, the rituals, the him being able to summon himself through a ritual. That it just the whole show is a show like catered to people who are into that shit. Like it
It's a
literally hits every point of like a witchy vibe.
it is a psychotic mess at the beginning. Very hard to follow. Very just boot to the ground. It's running.
Literally, the first 10 seconds of this anime, you're gonna be confused as fuck.
You can be confused for the
But
first 2 episodes. I don't know what Liz is
yeah,
talking
well,
about.
I say 10 seconds because it doesn't explain it until the last episode what the hell's going on.
That is true.
And you find out at the end of the episode what exactly was happening and who exactly was like what who was behind it and all that. This show, like I said, is tied for number one with To Be Hero X, but for me it is a 10 out of fucking 10. Like it is balls to the wall, the best anime I've seen, and that says a lot because I've seen very little, but like I would rewatch it in a heartbeat. I plan on rewatching it.
You have to rewatch it.
Yeah, I do. I have to rewatch it, and especially this last episode when I'm not sick and pumped
Well,
up on allergy medicine.
and knowing more about it, there's probably a lot that we missed because we were just like,
Oh,
I'm so confused. What is going on? But now that we know
this
a few more
yeah,
things, going back for the first like half of the season, it's gonna
we would
make a lot
understand it.
more sense. Yeah,
Truthfully, this is one where I would pick up the manga and read it.
I've I actually after the second episode, I was like, I want to read. It's not a manga. Remember that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It is just a novel.
That's right. Oh, it's a novel, so
Yeah,
it's a just a book. That's even
yeah.
better because I don't have to read it backwards.
Now it is
Most mangas go
it's a
backwards.
Chinese book.
It's translated somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is 100%.
I will go look on Barnes and Noble right now and buy it. Don't even tempt me, because I would
But
buy every freaking volume to read it and find out what happens. Because no matter what, even if it was a manga, the animation
oh, it's
is
so fluid.
freaking
It's so
gorgeous.
good.
There's parts where I'm like, this is a real show. This is not animation. It looks so clean. Like, the studio who did the animation should do all anime animations. It is insane. No matter what anime they put out, I would probably watch it.
Yeah, I actually want to know what other one they've done so I can look
Yeah,
into them.
it is crazy how good the
Yeah,
animation is. And that's why
it's
it's up there. It's literally in number one spot with To Be Hero X, because I enjoy the animation styles of both. But I think the reason I enjoy the animation style with To Be Hero X is because it switches when X uses his powers, and he doesn't just control 3D and 2D. He does pixelated, he does drawings, painting, stuff like that, and I love that. Especially seeing how they did the damn crazy stairs scene. So, like, but comparing the two animations,
it's
Lord
there's
of
no way you
Mysteries,
can.
yeah, that Lord of Mysteries is just so beautifully done.
I
Like,
also
you can
agree.
see every speck of water drop, you can see every wood grain, every flake of hair, every piece of fur on an animal. It's it's great.
I
It will
would.
fuck you probably mentally, especially if you're like me and your blonde roots show frequently. But
It
I
is.
promise, hang in there and you will understand.
It
And
is.
if not, watch it.
It is.
Give it
It's
all.
a hell. Even if you don't understand it, enjoy the ride
Yeah.
because it is a fucking ride and a half that is worth the trip to go down.
Yeah. And the crazy thing about it, it's not dubbed. It's subbed. So, like, on top of watching the animation, I was also able to keep up with the subtitles, which, that's why I watched them dub. I hate to read. I don't like reading and watching stuff. I'm bad for it. I'm very bad for it. So, like, being able to keep up with it and still be able to watch and see all the crazy shit that's happening is amazing for me. Like, it's not easy to follow, like, the story wise at first,
But
but
it's worth it.
it's worth it so much. One, like I said, 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Watch it. Give it all the views. Make it the number one anime of this season, please. Let's do that. They deserve it. They worked so hard on making this come from the novel. Now that I know that's not a manga, I'm so used to all animes being a manga. They did all this from words on a page.
Well,
So
and
this is literally just animation that they thought of.
I, oh,
That's the crazy thing.
I believe anything Chinese is called a dongwa, um, which I don't think any dongwas have. Is a Chinese
Oh,
web novel. So yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. I thought it was a webtoon, just like Solo Leveling.
yeah, yes, it is.
Okay. So that technically, a webtoons technically is a comic in its
Yes.
own way. They need to turn them into hard copy books, and they need to make all the books like that they have different tarot card covers. I think that would be so cool to see. Like
Oh,
it. What?
so the um, Lord of Mysteries is going to have a total of 6 seasons and a movie.
And a movie?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, it's literally by author Cuttlefish That Loves Diving,
Yeah.
and the story is set in a steampunk Victorian-inspired world. That is great.
Oh, it's a manhwa. Manhwa. That's right.
Mon, what yet? It just says popular Chinese fantasy web novel on this AI overview on Google.
So produced by B.C. May Pictures is who did the show. But it is just absolute beautiful. Everything about it. But I think we have one more thing to talk about, Liz.
Yep.
Um, the the main run of this episode, I would have to say, Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. So for those of you that aren't in the loop, the movie just dropped in the US anyways. 4 days ago at this point. Dropped on the 12th of September. I myself went and saw it in the English dub. Liz watched it in Japanese with subs. So we kind of have both perspectives on how the movie did in both Japanese and English, which
Um,
I like.
can I mention something real quick?
Yeah.
There's only 2 volumes of Lord of Mysteries. Also, you can get it for $20 from Barnes and Noble, Amazon, or Books a Million if y'all want to read it.
Oh, cool. How much at Barnes and Nobles?
I'm looking on Amazon right now. Give me 2 seconds. It's 1860 paperback on Amazon. Let me check Barnes and Noble because I want a hardback copy.
I want to, yeah, I want to buy this. And that's incredible because I don't like reading.
$20 at Barnes and Noble,
Okay, cool. I'll have to go find it.
but I don't know if it's paperback or not.
I I
Doesn't
personally
say.
don't care if it's
Oh
which
yeah, I
one.
don't either. But like, let's check Books a Million too. I just want to throw that out there because like I'm down to read it. I'm not
We
gonna say.
gonna
Why did you go back to?
we gonna
About
be
to say
even
I'm
more
I'm
confused
down to
than we
clown.
were.
Down to clown because that's the first step. The first part is called the clown.
Yeah, it's the first
Come on, Books
volume.
a Million. Yep. The Books a Million website's weird, bro. You know what? I don't need it from Books. And you also can buy it from the Crunchyroll store. That is not the Crunchyroll store, brosk.
So I know we were talking about getting into Demon Slayer and we kind of got
Yeah, sorry.
sidetracked.
I was looking that up because I found it on Yen Press, but it's sold out on Yen Press. But it looks like it is all paperback. Crunchyroll only has it for $16.99, but it's on
Liz,
back order.
I was
It also says the release date's 12/30/9999.
I was looking at the the company that did Lord of Mysteries on my anime list because it shows all the shows they've done. The Lord of Mysteries Special Prey. It's got 2 episodes already listed on here that it's done, but it hasn't aired yet. But I'm assuming this is season 2, and it says 2026 is when it drops, and they've
How's
already.
it dropping faster than the next season of fucking Solo Leveling?
That's I'm very curious about this.
That I was about to say, you said it's listed 2 episodes already. Maybe they're gonna drop 2 secret episodes.
Well, it says the number of episodes is 2, but it hasn't aired yet. So I don't know
Oh,
if this is like a special that they're doing to like recap season 1, and they're just putting it into 2 like hour-long episodes, like some season 2,
ah,
or what. But the the synopsis definitely shows what season 2 would be about because it's all about Backland, which is where he's going in season 2.
Okay. I cannot wait. I honestly cannot wait.
Oh,
This
so
what?
this is a side story about the Tarot Club's first mission as a group.
Oh shit. They already have a fucking side quest going on. They have a spin-off and the second season hasn't even released.
Yeah, so it'll be a 2 episode special coming out in 2026 about the Tarot Club's first like thing as a group. That is awesome. I love that. Um, but if you're ready,
Yeah,
you
I am.
don't sound ready. You sound like you're still looking at Lord of Mysteries.
I'm not. I'm not looking
Okay.
at Lord of Mysteries anymore, okay?
um,
That might go in my
let's
food basket this year.
let's talk about fucking
Demon Slayer.
Demon
Oh my
Slayer.
god.
I'm just gonna start right from the get go. 10 out of 10. Fucking
Yes.
peak perfection. I loved everything about. Uh, I loved 99% of things about this movie.
I loved it all. Honestly, I the fight scenes in this were insane. I did cry. I did freak out.
I
I
know. I
told Travis I won't gonna ruin it for him, and then proceeded to ruin it for him because I was confused and I had to talk to somebody about it. But I wanted to save the talking for the podcast.
so I'm not gonna do like a full breakdown of this movie. There will be spoilers for the movie, and I want to say I apologize, but you can't talk about this movie without spoiling it. So just be warned, spoilers will commence from this point forward. Um, can I just want to start off with the whole intro of the movie was beautiful. When you
Yeah.
see Guillaume walking through the grave, I
Yes.
almost for a second thought I walked into the wrong movie because
Me
that
too,
opening
because I
scene of the
literally had to
trees,
ask.
I was like, I don't think this is an animated movie. Did I walk into the wrong theater? And then I saw
It was
Guillaume and I was like, okay, nope. This just is
gorgeous,
fucking
bro.
beautiful, most beautiful animation I've ever seen. Got it.
Yes.
Cool.
And
Um,
it basically starts out with
a little
I don't
backtracking.
yeah, I don't remember his name. The leader of the Demon Slayers
Most of them just call him
telling
Master. So
okay, well, I'm not calling him that. Uh but he's talking about his plan
yeah,
of using him
which
as
we
bait for
kind of
Juliana.
already knew from the previous season. So it just kind of given a little bit of this is I remember this happened
Yeah. Cuz it's been
because
so long.
it's been a bit since the end of season 3 happened or season 4. Yeah, season 4.
So how are we gonna do this? If we're not gonna ruin the whole thing, we're just gonna pinpoint specific specific parts.
Oh no, I'm not saying we're not going to ruin the whole thing. I just don't want to break down every part of this movie because it's a 3 hour movie.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm asking. Like, what bringing up? What points do you want to like?
I
Just
just like the key moments. The talk about the fights. Um, I was I was gonna start with I I really loved seeing the Slayers work in tandem. Slayers that we haven't really seen work together,
yes,
like Guillaume and I hate myself for forgetting his name, the Mist Hashira.
Jiro, Mujiro.
Oh, Moichiro, yes.
Yeah, see, look, I
Yes.
remember names.
I thought you said Jiro, and I was like, his name's not
No,
Jiro. I know it's not that. Moichiro.
Mujiro. Yeah,
Seeing those two team up is honestly really
Be-
nice.
because he's so big.
Yeah, and
And
which
then
were
the other one's
tiny.
so small.
Yeah. I also you messaged me during those parts I'm about to talk about. Uh, Shinagawa. I butchered his name. The Wind Hashira, sitting by himself and just in tears and losing his mind.
Yes. Oh my god. I was like, not. I don't know his name either. I just say Ginya's brother crying, bro. That got my ass immediately because you don't see him
I
show emotion besides anger.
Yeah, he's just psychotic. Every time you see him, he's just losing his mind.
And he's just like, come at me, bro. As he's getting swarmed by demons in the castle. And I'm just like, he is feeling every emotion he's ever had and
Yeah, all
once.
at once.
It was great. I
And
I I loved it.
speaking of, I'm gonna jump way into the movie for just a split second because we're not gonna talk about this character for the rest of the time. I love that the only time you see Genya, he's by himself running down endless hallways. No demons inside except one that he shoots. He is
Blasting.
he is coasting free.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking around him.
Yeah. No.
What?
But while we talk about that, I think he's probably going to be the one that's closer to the big guy.
I think he's
Honestly.
Kokochibo. Or are you talking about
Uh
Muzan?
Muzan.
Um,
I think he's closer to Muzan than anybody else. That's why there's not a lot of demons. But also,
I
I don't think they think he's a threat
yeah,
because
I
they
don't think
don't
they do.
know about what he can do. Like,
Or
if
it could also be he can take he can take the powers of demons when he
yeah,
beats
well,
them.
that's what I'm saying.
They
But
could
he
register
doesn't
him
do
as a
as a
demon.
demon. Yeah,
It
and they
could be.
don't. He doesn't do any breathing. He just shoots people.
Yeah,
He doesn't carry a Nishiri sword.
I loved Genya, but
He's Muraka.
it made me laugh when every time I showed him, he was just running down random hallways with nobody in sight. And it
Yeah,
just made me laugh that that's the only time you ever see
but
him
I'm
is
wondering if the demons can't pick him up because he doesn't use a breathing style.
it could
Like
be.
that was my first thing. Like he's camouflaged,
But
and that's why he only runs into one
he
by a coincidence.
he also got dragged down there, so the demon that can flip the castle caught him and pulled him down.
True.
So they can they can sense him, but I don't think the lower ranked demons care. I I don't. I just wanted to bring it up because I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
But
but yeah,
to start it off, we and in fairness, Shinobu also it just casually walking through the hallways
yeah.
when she finds the first battle of the movie, my favorite demon in this whole fucking series, Doma.
Domo, Doma. It's Doma. I thought it
Yeah,
was Domo.
Doma.
Uh,
The fucking most brutal, just sinister little fucker in this show.
little.
I
Motherfucker's like 6'7".
yeah, he's not little, but
I just
he
we
is
we
my favorite.
we
I love
learn
Doma.
we learn backstory. We find out that Shinobu's sister was actually killed by him,
Yep.
and he didn't get to finish devouring her because that's what he does. And it seems like he only eats pretty women is basically what I got from him.
No,
But
so his thing is from a as a child, he had rainbow colored eyes, beautiful just
her hair,
white hair, and his parents looked at him as if he was some sort of charm, and they created a religion around him.
thought he could hear God.
Yeah, they thought he could hear the gods, and his family created a religion around him, and over the years, he started calling humans pathetic because they were like, you're here crying and bowing down to a child who is just a child. I can't do anything. So as a demon, he takes people. He still runs his religion, might I add you. But the humans that come to him crying, just wanting to wanting something to change, wanting I don't remember what exactly he says, like his wording specifically, but people who are in peril, who want to end it, he cuts their misery early,
Yeah.
kills them, and brings them into his body so that their spirit can live on through him.
Yep. And they don't feel pain or
Yeah,
grief or anguish
that's what it
anymore.
is. That's what it is. The ones that want the pain to go away.
Yep.
Thank you. But he says it all with the biggest smile. He's so happy and he has the softest voice. And I absolutely love Doma. Through all my heart, he is my favorite character.
Fuck him. I hate him.
And we get
I
Shinobu.
do. I do. I hate that motherfucker so much.
we
I do. I'm sorry.
we get Shinobu walking into his temple, and there's a small girl crying out for help. And Doma's just like, I'll deal with you in a second. And Shinobu goes to save her, thinks she saves her, and Doma has her sliced in pieces.
Yep. He
Not in
uses
pieces, but
sharp fans
sliced
to
to
fight.
death.
Yeah,
Because
which
yeah, he uses golden fans.
and now I want to look on. This is random, but when I seen it, I was like, ah, you know what? I need to check the blade point skins for the fans and see if they have his fucking fans up there
They won't, but I
as
bet
one
they
of the
will after this
skins.
movie.
Yeah, you know,
Um,
I just I thought about that. I was like, if they don't, they fuck it up.
but then we get a really pretty and honestly my favorite fight of the entire movie, the Shinobu versus Doma fight. And while I will say it was probably the weakest fight of the three,
Yeah. Well,
there
she
was
is considered the
the weakest.
weakest
Yes,
Hashira. I can't even fucking talk. I don't even know why I'm trying. She's considered the weakest out of the group,
yeah,
unfortunately, because she's
because
so small.
she's so small. She has never had the strength to cut a demon's head off, which is why she uses
That's why she
poison.
uses poison. And that's why her
Um,
sword is so thin. It's like a needle,
yeah,
which
but
I love her sword design, honestly.
there was so much emotion and connection and just everything in this fight.
Yeah.
I absolutely this is my 10 out of 10 fight for this movie. And that is
She
the
went
weirdest
all
thing to
out.
say.
Yeah, she went all out because she wanted to avenge her sister because that was the whole reason
She
her
became a
and her
demon
sister
player.
became demon slayers was because their family was killed
Yep.
in front of them, and they
Man,
had promised. Pinky promised each other that they would kill as many demons as they could before they died.
and we get to see Shinobu do a lot of things. And seeing her breathing style for the first time, like actually getting to see her insect breathing
Other than the butterflies.
was
Yes,
so cool.
yes, I did like that the way they animated it was just
Yes.
gorgeous, bro. Like
Also,
it was beautifully done.
I have to say I love that every time she poisoned Doma, he just like, I love this feeling.
Yeah, he
He
was getting high
was
on that.
he was so excited and he was like, your poison's wearing off. Do you have any more? What the next
Yeah,
concoction? I fucking love that demon. Good God, he is so good. His
yeah.
his English voice actor was phenomenal.
the
Oh, I
Japanese
loved
voice
it.
actor was also phenomenal.
I'm excited to see it in Japanese. You'll have to watch it. We'll have to watch it when it comes out on Crunchyroll. We'll have to watch it in both English and Japanese again.
Yes, I would love to see it in English just because I want to see. I've seen some of the voice clips of Channing Tatum,
Oh,
and
he does
he
great.
did great.
Yeah,
But you also got to think because everybody was freaking out about it because, yes, Magic Mike was a thing, y'all. But just like Robert Pattinson, Twilight was a thing, but he went on to do better and greater things. Like, for me, Channing Tatum is just a giant nerd who just happens to have muscles and can dance, but he's into all of this. Like he loves anime. I'm almost 100% positive that Gambit outfit he wore in Deadpool 3 was his own cosplay. Like I don't think that was a costume. I'm pretty positive that was something that he pulled out his closet and was like, "Yes, bitch. Yes. Finally I get to do this." So like him being in an anime for is like probably like a bucket list item for him. So I knew he was gonna do his character justice.
it also helps that the character he plays is
Goofy in a good way.
yeah, he's a goofy, big muscled dude. He fits the character of what you would
It,
expect Channing Tatum to play. To be fair,
yeah, exactly,
so
exactly. He does, and that's
they
why
they fit him
I
perfectly.
knew as soon as I seen that character in Japanese, I was like, this is the person Channing Tatum voices in English. This has got to
Yeah,
be because it just reminds me of him. I
if
reformed you a few minutes ago. Like that is some shit that
if
I
it
cannot
was
wait to see him say.
if it was any other character, I don't think it would have worked as well.
Me either, but
But
that's jumping ahead a little bit because
yeah,
that's a completely different fight.
that the
But
last fight actually,
un yeah, unfortunately,
Shinobu dies.
that made me cry.
I'm just gonna pull the bandage on that one. Um,
She dies and gets absorbed by Doma. And
she she
Canal
has
witnesses it.
she has one of I think my favorite deaths we've seen in Demon Slayer. Her
I
her strike of the centipede, or 1,000 steps of the centipede,
Centipede. Yeah.
whatever that move is. First of all, my God, that move is absolutely incredible to witness.
Yes.
Um, so much so that it has Doma completely thrown off, and he's like, "I don't know where she is."
He
What?
already thought she was fast. Like, and then she
Yes.
just tripled her speed
Yeah,
with that
it's
move. And it was insane to see it animated, bro. Like, if I would have read that in the manga, I would have been like, ah, cool, centipede. They got a bunch of legs. But watching it animated
yeah, and
and
the
watching her go all out and was like, I'm gonna stab him. I'm gonna give him 5 doses of this in his neck. I'm gonna
except
kill him without cutting his head off.
she doesn't stab him in the neck. She hits
Yeah,
him
she
in the
does.
chest.
I thought she pierced him in his like in a vein in his neck that last
I
time.
I did too, but I'm almost positive when because he's like, "Oh, she's below me." I want to say it hits his chest, just
I thought it
below
hit him
his
like
neck.
right, basically right in the vein of his Adam apple. But
It very
I
well
was
could
so
have,
shocked at what was going on.
but
And then
him just hugging
Canal,
her as
I really thought Canal was gonna come in and kill him. I was literally like, I'm gonna
uh
ruin it because I've seen parts of the manga. I was
wait for
like, yeah,
wait for
bitch,
part two.
that's huh?
Wait for part two. That's the big five
No,
of part two.
no, no, no. I was saying, yeah, bitch, that's exactly why Tanjiro married your ass. Cause I
Oh,
know, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the only
yeah.
thing I've seen. I have not seen any. Well, I've seen one big part, but I was like, yeah, that's right, bitch. You a baddie, and then seeing that her breathing style is the same as
That's her
Shinobu's
sisters.
sister.
Yeah.
Is I don't know if they're at all sisters. I think. Canal
Well,
is
I
just
I meant Shinobu's sister.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's a
and I was just like,
beautiful like just circle. I love it.
yeah. And she really tried to save Shinobu, but it was too late. And watching him basically appearing after she tried to slice his neck and going, don't try to slice me while I'm absorbing somebody," and then she and Shinobu disappeared.
Yeah,
Broke my
slowly,
heart. It
slowly just
broke my heart
absorb into
because
him.
Canal's just standing there watching it, and that's like her big sister, bro. Like
Yeah,
that 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 killed me a little bit
but
inside.
this is also the first time I'm pretty sure. I no, Canal's been in another fight, but she's never been against
In a big fight.
any of the upper rank like
Yeah.
the other three
Uh,
have.
yeah.
So
So
of course she's gonna be frozen with fear.
yeah.
And
I think it was more her emotions taking over, like watching that,
well, and
and
she's also the small child who couldn't make decisions on her own until
oh
Tanjiro
yep,
came around and said, "Flip a coin."
yep.
And now to see where
No,
she's
she
come,
always no, she
I love
always
it.
flipped a coin. She always flipped a coin. It was Tanjiro who said instead of flipping your coin, use the
Oh,
voice inside your heart,
that's right.
because
Because
that's when she fell in love with him.
yeah, Shinobu gave her the coin when she first got her, first
Yep,
took her in. That's right.
when she saved her
Yeah,
from what she was going through. But and then
and to
after
see
the
where she
Shinobu,
becomes, let me just
yeah.
say, part two. The movie's gonna be another 10 out of 10. I'm just gonna throw it out there now. Part
So
two.
you know what? You know something I don't know clearly.
I've read the manga. Yes, I know everything that happens.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to snap me what you're talking about, cause I wasn't talking about Canal. I was talking about the other thing with Tanjiro.
What? You know the other thing because I accidentally said it, thinking that's what you were talking about.
I was talking about something else.
That's all I'm gonna say. So, um, but that is the Shinobu Doma fight. My favorite fight of the movie, hands down, no
Yeah,
questions asked.
yeah, and this is a confusing part for my ass.
What?
Um, hold on, cause I messaged you about it, and I was like, wait a second. Anyways, you see Giyu and Tanjiro running through the halls, and they're trying to the lady is trying to separate them two.
Okay, hold on. What you're thinking of is gonna be is part three.
Yeah,
So
I know, but I just know
yeah,
I know that happens. I don't know if it was you
it
or
was me.
someone else who. Okay, I won't sure, but anyways, and they're running, and Giyu's like, "You need to stay sharp," and that's when Tanjiro realized they're trying to separate them. Cause I don't know if you remember, but when the Hashiras fight with Tanjiro, they develop these special marks and get stronger somehow.
Yeah, the Slayer marks.
And Giyu is the only one that hasn't yet at this point. So they're trying to separate them because I mean, come on, Giyu.
To be fair,
Even he,
Shinobu didn't have one either.
I thought Shinobu. Oh yeah, that's right. Because Shinobu never fought with Tanjiro though, like that. But if she had a mark, she might have been able to fight to defeat Doma and not
No,
die. Like
so they were trying to. Muzan wants Tanjiro alone so he can kill him. The only reason they were
yeah,
trying to separate him, it had nothing to do
oh
with
that is
Giyu.
true. Well, okay. Well, I won't trying to ruin
And
anything from it, but
I,
Muzan's not even
he's not. He's not.
conscious.
I mean, he is because you hear him talking
Yeah,
during
I know,
parts of
but you
it.
know what I mean.
But I
But
don't
anyways, what
think
I'm
it's Muzan. I think it's another one of our little friends that's trying to get
uh
Tanjiro alone.
yeah,
But we'll get
but
to him.
yeah, but you see them running, and then all of a sudden you see one of the Demon Slayer crows with an eye from Yushiro. I can't say his name.
You were pretty damn close.
Tonio. Tomio and the other demon are helping. He's done his little eye mark so the crows can see, and that's when everybody finds out that Shinobu died.
Yep.
So, then it flashes to not the Infinity Castle, and I'm confused because it's got the two twin bitches sitting behind a man, a kid who looks a lot like the Demon Slayer leader, and it turns out this motherfucker just has infinite kids, and he had two sets of twins apparently, because they're literally the same people who blew up with Muzan in my eyes. Like,
Yeah, he's got 5 kids, 4 daughters and 1
so
son.
his son takes over. They're in the Demon Slayer Corp area using the crows and Yushiro's eye thing to draw out maps of the Infinity Castle because they're trying to locate where Muzan is.
And they're
And
trying to
that
keep
is
track of where all their
everybody is.
everybody
They're
is.
they're trying to keep Inosuke, Zen, and Tanjiro and the Hashira from getting overtired. So other people from the Demon Slayer are using their Hashira training to help fight these demons so they're not exhausted when it comes to the Muzan fight. But his son has taken over Demon Slayer Corp and is doing it right, in my opinion, because, like, that is such a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, that is, and watching it come out and they're just drawing so fast and they're trying and they're relaying messages. I love that so much. But then it cuts to
The character I hated the most in this show, and now has in this movie alone has become one of the most badass.
see, I don't know.
Zenitsu.
Yeah. So we meet his brother.
Not blood brother.
It's not brother, but basically his co-successor of the thunder breathing technique from his gramps.
Yep.
I don't remember his name. But
Shit. I literally had it in my head, and then you said that, and it just disappeared. Hold on.
I'm sorry, you'll remember. I was gonna say, but we're gonna talk about it a little bit. I don't think at this moment of time, because when they dropped, he was asleep. I do not think he is asleep now.
When he drops, you see him wake up in the
Yeah, because
trailer, and as he's dropping.
I think he senses his brother being down there because he's looking for him.
He
He's
does.
like, I know he's here. Where is that man? At first, I thought it was him asleep looking for Muzan. And I was like, oh, we're going to see him beat the fuck out of Muzan? That's wild, bro. And then all of a sudden, he's like, I know you're here. You can come out. And then it
So
turns out it's his superior.
his name is Kaigaku.
Okay. But it's his superior who was training with him. And it turns out his granddad, he can't use the first form. He couldn't use the first form of thunder breathing.
Yeah, the
But
opposite of Zenitsu.
yeah, I can't say his name, so I call him Zen, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm also sick, so I would butcher it even more.
So Zenitsu can only use the first form, but Kaigaku can use the other 6 and not the first, or the other 5 and not the first.
Yeah, and basically he asked
Why he became a demon.
why he became a demon,
And after he
and
became a demon, Gramps took his own life, and
he what is it? What is the word? He what's that
seppuku.
word? That he committed seppuku, and Zen was upset because he's like, no one was there to cut his head off, so he died a slow, agonizing death.
Yeah, he bled out.
And basically, the dude was like,
I don't care.
I don't care. So it pissed him off. And
Yeah.
and this fight is it's not my favorite. It's not my top fight. Okay.
It was cool to see. It was cool to see the other forms of thunder breathing mainly.
Yes. Yes. Because Zen created a new form of thunder breathing during his training.
You can't just skip to the end of the fight.
Okay, I thought that's what you said. You were breaking up.
No, I said we get to see the other 5 forms of thunder breathing.
Well, I
Like we.
heard the other form of thunder breathing. That's all I heard.
Oh, my bad.
But
No,
it's fine. It's fine.
no. I
But
like that we get to see forms 2, 3, 4, 5, and
i-
6.
in the fact we get to see that when you become like if Rengoku would have became a demon, he could have still used his fire breathing.
But it's infused
Like
with the blood demon art.
demon art, yes, I love that. I
Yeah,
was like,
it's
that's what made me start talking to Travis about what was going on. I was like, oh my
so
fucking god, he's a demon. He still can use his thunder breathing. That's fucking insane. And it was so cool to see.
so we see Raigeki just kick the shit out of Zen. As much as I love Zen in this movie, he gets his ass kicked left and right
But he stood his ground. He
because
stayed up.
Raigeki, like, one form. It comes head on. I know when you're gonna do it. It's not an attack that can just come out of nowhere. Yes, it's obviously an easy thing to get around.
Yeah.
But also, Raigeku's blood demon art causes Zenitsu's skin to crack and
Rack. Yep. Heat
burn from
lightning.
the inside.
Heat lightning.
Yeah,
That was so cool to see. I loved seeing that.
yeah,
And
it
that
was.
like awakened something in him because he starts to fall down a shaft, essentially, a hallway, and he reaches not the bottom, but he gets like stuck to a wall, I guess, a
No,
door. I don't.
he uses his thunder breathing to zip himself over to a wall.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, you hear him say,
Flame
"Thunder, thunder breathing, sixth form,
seventh.
seventh." I thought it was sixth.
No, six forms is
Seventh. Okay.
normal. Seventh form, it's a new
Seventh.
one.
Seventh form, thunder god dragon. Essentially, I think it's thunder god.
It's Flame of the Thunder God.
Yeah. And you find out this motherfucker who could only use one form created his own form of thunder breathing. He used it in the animation. I don't
Oh,
know
it's so good.
if anybody has seen the fan animation that was out there, but that fan animation predicted this perfectly.
It's in the manga. They didn't predict anything. They saw it in the
But
manga and then just
I'm talking
animated
about
it.
the animation style they chose.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, it's Demon Slayer. Like,
Yeah.
it's been the same
They
animation style through and through.
it was like the fan animation was up to par with the animation from the actual studio for this, and he cuts his head off, and they both start falling
And
and
Raigeki talking trash.
talking trash. At least this dirt's gonna die with me, yada yada yada. And then Yushiro comes out of nowhere,
Says dying
grabs
alone is
Zen,
pathetic.
pathetic, and then basically disappears with Zen and saves his life.
Yeah, that's pretty
That
much the fight.
that move, number one move I've seen. That in the centipede.
Can I go back a little bit during that fight?
Yeah.
Because there's one part of the fight that I really loved, and it's one word, and that's the craziest part. It's when Zen dodges one of Raigeku's moves and just says, "You're scum,"
Yeah.
with the most just.
It's not one word, that's two words.
Well, I think he just says "scum"
Yeah.
because I think he's in the
That
middle of a dialogue, and the last word, just his expression and just how serious this otherwise annoying ass crybaby character is.
yeah.
It's
He
so good. I loved it.
him in the Infinity Castle awake
It
fighting
is a whole nother
had
beast.
is a he has gotten significantly stronger training with Tanjiro in the Hashira. That was insane. I loved every bit about it. It was great. But
But
basically then you hold on, I don't want to skip this part.
okay,
Okay. When Zen is passed out, he does actually get to see his Gramps. And fun fact, the tiger lilies or whatever he's tangled in, convenient enough, the week that demon slayer comes out. I got 2 of them motherfuckers in my front yard. I got people around here posting them pictures like, how did these get here? And everybody that now I found out there are a lot of anime nerds in this town alone, because every single comment on the post was, you got like 5 days before Muzan gets to your house and explodes your whole family. You might want to move. or okay, so is your sister a demon but can talk and survive sunlight, because Muzan might be after her? And
Well, yeah, because I think the flowers Tomoyo and Yuichiro use are tiger lilies, and
I need
I
I
think
need to go
that
out there and see if they're still out there, because there's literally just 2 of them right in my front yard.
I'm pretty
And if
sure
they're still out
that's
there, I'm gonna take a picture of them so you can see them.
okay. But I think that
And
the
it's
premise of him being stuck is
yeah,
Yuichiro is saving him from dying.
somebody commented up there, "Damn, Crunchyroll really got a budget for their advertisement. They planted tiger lilies at everybody's yard." No, but the state of North Carolina has actually planted a lot along the roadsides for some reason, and I think it's just the storm we had last week blew them in. But I just thought it was funny. I seen them and I was like, "What in the demon slayer is going on here?" But and he talks to his gramps though in this thing. He's like, "I'm sorry. Basically, I'm sorry I couldn't be better."
Yeah.
Are they working on your or outside your house?
No, that was me moving my mic. I
Okay.
apologize.
I could hear your fan. That's why I was asking. I didn't know if it was a fan or a leaf blower. But and his gramp says, I couldn't ask for a better successor than you. And it was really pulling at the heartstrings, like him getting that gratification that he is actually
Good enough.
good enough.
and
And I love that so much.
and then it cut to a little comedy of Yuichiro slapping him in the head.
And talking about, hey, you're gonna die if you don't wake up.
And then
Basically.
the other three and Yuichiro like, if y'all stop yelling, you're alerting them to us. And it was just a comedic little moment after what just happened to Zen.
Yeah. But and then
And
it
then
this is my favorite fight scene.
I
Right.
I have words about this
Okay. I
whole
do want to
section.
mention at some point. Okay, no, this is during this fight actually. Okay. So I'm going to mention this before we go into this fight because it happens first. It cuts to a scene where the guy, I don't know his name, but he's the one who does Tanjiro's sword, or no, he's the one who trained Tanjiro.
Yeah, Erdo Kodaki.
Yeah. And he's got Nezuko. She is not in the Infinity Castle.
No, she is still in the real world.
My first 2 questions: where's my boy at, and where the hell is Nezuko? And you don't see my boy much. I'm kind of disappointed in that. We don't see Inosuke a lot.
No, we don't.
And I mean he's gonna be a big part in the second part, I think, because we do see him a little bit in some back flashes or flashbacks with Tanjiro, but um, anyways, he's talking inner monologuing to himself that Tomio and you sure I'm not gonna say his name again because I say it different every time. Gave him this medicine to give Nezuko, and basically this medicine is supposed to turn Nezuko
Back human.
back human,
Like she was
which
trying
will
to do to
put
Muzan.
yeah, which will put Muzan's plan back to conquer the sun back to square one, so he would stop what he's doing. But I don't think they realize his plan now is to kill Tanjiro.
Well,
Because
his plan is to kill Tanjiro and take over the body of Nezuko because she can conquer the sun.
yes, but I still think even if they turn Nezuko human, he would still kill Tanjiro. That's just
Oh
me.
yeah,
But
100%.
so he's basically nursing Nezuko, and then it cuts to two people
Tengen,
sitting outside the door.
good old
Tengen,
one-armed Tengen, and a character I never expected to see.
see again. I was
Rengoku's
so
dad.
I was so confused. I was like, okay, so is Tengen seeing Rengoku's spirit? Like, is that what's happening? And then I realized I was like, oh no, that's his dad. He is out there guarding Nezuko with Tengen. So if Muzan shows up to take Nezuko.
No, they're out there guarding the kids inside, writing the maps.
Okay, I won't sure because it cut from the Nezuko scene to them
Well,
sitting outside.
to
But
be fair,
I,
they're just guarding the place in general.
yeah, I love seeing him back and seeing Tengen sit with someone who looks like Rengoku.
Yeah,
It made me cry. That's the second time I cried. 'Cause I was like,
I'm
because
pretty
he
sure
said
there's a
I
third
don't.
and fourth time.
Yes, there's a couple times. Basically, he goes, I don't want to sully the Rengoku name.
Yeah, 'cause they're talking about how proud they are of the kids for stepping up and doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Talking about the master's kids writing the maps
Yep.
and
And
being
how
as
his son
preserved and calm as they are.
his son took over Demon Slayer Corp
Yeah, without
right
hesitation,
after
with
with that right
no
after
worry.
his dad exploded himself essentially.
So, which is
So
why I think they're sitting outside the
yeah, that makes
kids,
sense.
is because
Yeah, that
that's who
makes
they're
sense.
talking about.
That makes sense. But then it goes to Giyu and Tanjiro.
And the
And
rumbling.
we see a familiar face appear. Fuck this
We
guy.
we get some rumbles in the building, and then the man himself drops in from the ceiling.
Fuck this guy.
Akaza.
And
His
I
name is
want to
not
just
fuck this guy, please. It's
fuck this
Akaza.
guy. He deserved what he got. Anyways, and then it cuts to a scene where when Tanjiro come face to face to Akaza, and I saw this scene, my first thought was not what was going on. I thought it was a heart. I was like, oh fuck, Tanjiro's about to set his heart ablaze. And then it was just Muzan inside a flesh cocoon trying to absorb Tamio
Oh
to
yeah.
kill her and become strong. And I was really disappointed it was that. I was really like, bring back Rengoku by setting your heart ablaze. That's all I could think about.
No, and he does
Because
water
obviously,
breathing.
yeah. Because obviously, Akaza who killed Rengoku. And like I said, fuck that guy because Rengoku's my favorite Hashira and I love him and he did not deserve to die. So fuck that guy. Um, but this fight scene with Giyu, Akaza, and Tanjiro is my favorite fight scene.
It is okay. Who I've got words about this whole scene. The man, how do I say this without jumping too far ahead?
Okay,
I
basically,
love this fight scene. I'll start with that.
yeah. Okay, basically how it starts is Akaza's like, "Oh, I'm shocked. You ain't dead yet, like a weakling like you." And then he starts quoting what when Rengoku says, but they don't call these people Rengoku or Zen in the Japanese version. They use their first names. Cause I was so confused who the fuck he was talking about at first. So I don't know Rengoku by his first name, and then I realized he's talking about Rengoku, who defended Tanjiro when he called him weak the first time. And Akaza's whole thing is he hates weak people, and humans
Hmm.
are considered the weakest link. Is what?
In the English version, he praises Tanjiro many
Yeah,
many
yeah.
times. He never mentions how weak he is.
Oh yeah, no, but see, it comes off as in the Japanese version. It comes off like Tanjiro's like, "You're gonna stop insulting Rengoku," and
Oh,
he's like,
okay.
"I'm not insulting him. I'm
You jumped
praising y'all."
so far ahead in this fight. That's what confused me.
it's the beginning fight because he's talking about how.
No, this is after him and Giyu have gone at it for at least 10,
Oh,
15 minutes. And
look,
then
I
and
took my
then
allergy medicine by this point. You
and
gotta
then
forgive me on that.
and then Tanjiro and Akaza are in the big chamber with all the columns. That's like
That's
20 minutes
right.
into this fight that
Okay.
you're going on.
Anyways, basically the start of it, he sets up his Akaza sets up his quote unquote technique.
Yeah, Death Compass.
Yes, and we get to see his powers a little more,
What
which
are you talking?
a
I
lot
mean,
more.
yeah, I guess
His different styles.
With Rengoku,
We
we didn't
usually
see him
see
a
his.
whole lot. Yeah, because they
I
were up
don't remember
close.
him sit. I don't remember him setting up the technique,
Yeah,
but that was a
yeah
long
he
time
does.
ago. So,
It was
like I
one
said,
of
that was a
the
long time ago.
pitch. It's one of the most badass scenes in Mugen Train. What do you mean?
Like
He
I said,
sets
that was a
up
long time ago.
Death Compass, and
I
then
didn't even watch Mugen Train with Travis when he watched Demon Slayer for the first time. I was asleep.
Rengoku is sitting there with the sword, saying to set your heart ablaze, and
Okay,
that's
that's
when
right.
he set up
But he
Death
doesn't.
Compass.
He doesn't. Okay, so he doesn't say the name then,
Yeah, he
does he?
does. Yeah.
Okay, then I won't pay attention. But we get to see his different styles, like his leg style
Yes,
and
we
stuff like
do.
that.
He uses his legs a lot more than his fist in this movie, which
Yeah,
is cool.
but yeah. Um,
But we get a really beautiful fight between mainly Giyu and Akaza. A lot of the beginning fight is those two going at it, and Giyu's talking trash, saying, "I'm not going to tell you my name. You're annoying. Stop talking to me," because he doesn't like small talk.
don't talk to me.
And Giyu kind of gets kicked pretty damn hard and sent flying. And Tanjiro, poor Tanjiro, of course, yells, "Mr. Giyu." And Akaza's like, "Oh, so that's his name. Thank you." And then kicks him into almost like an arena of sorts with a bunch of columns. And that's where we get the whole don't disrespect Rengoku and that whole scene that Liz was talking about. What um but it was a really seeing Giyu get to kind of go at full to an extenuating degree was really pretty. I really enjoyed getting to see everything he did um, against Akaza, but we we get kind of a weaker moment with Tanjiro just trying to figure out how to fight this man, and it kind of cuts into Akaza's backstory just a smidge here and there, and then Giyu comes back, but a little stronger because his demon mark has awoken. And he goes full offense. Um, he kind of, him and Akaza are again going at it to the fullest degree. And Tanjiro just standing in the back, trying to piece together some past conversations with Inosuke, conversations Akaza had with Rengoku about their fighting spirit. And he has a flashback to his father of the dance, the Hinokami Chronicle, or the Hinokami dance that his father used to do, and learned of the I don't remember the exact name of the state of mind, but it's basically a state of mind where
Transparent world.
yes, thank you, the transparent world, and He learns how to pretty much turn his fighting spirit off and get rid of all of his intent to kill, because that's how Death Compass works. Is it can sense any sort of fighting energy that is within the compass, so Akaza always knows where you are. And he he does it. He cuts off Akaza's head. And this is where the fight becomes nothing. This is where I start to completely lose all my points for this fight. Is Akaza grabs his head and starts to reattach his head to his body because he's not gonna die. He wants to get stronger. A really fucking cool scene. Loved it.
You're just gonna skip all his backstory?
His backstory is next. It's after this.
Okay.
Calm
Okay.
down.
I was just curious.
Uh, then Tanjiro again does another, or no, Giyu comes in and slices his hands, and makes it, his head vanishes. And somehow this this man reattaches the wound on his neck, and his body is still fighting without his head. And Tanjiro passes out. Giyu is on the brink of death at this point. And then we get my biggest complaint of this whole movie: the longest, most drug out backstory. I it felt like it was an hour long backstory. I think it was like 30 minutes. Ridiculously long backstory for Akaza. It is my biggest complaint of this movie. I don't think his backstory needed to be quite so inept or in depth about his character.
Yes, but it explains the major part of this fight and why it happens, honestly.
They could
And
have
why he
they
wanted to
could have
become
cut
stronger.
they could have cut so much of that backstory out. I'm
I
sorry.
enjoyed seeing his backstory.
I did not. I'll talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
Um, but we get Akaza's backstory of him as a kid. He was always caught stealing coins, and he was beaten, lashed, and just back in that time period, that's just what they did for criminals. And then you find out how he got his tattoos, the rings around his arms. Is every time they caught him stealing, they added a ring to his arms. Uh, to the point where he was taking more beatings than most grown men, and they started calling him a demon.
And the reason he was stealing and doing what he was doing was because his father was sick
Yeah,
and he couldn't
needed
get a
medicine.
job to afford the medicine, so he started being a criminal. Well, after one of his last beatings and after he got all, I guess it would be considered 6 rings,
Yeah,
and they basically told him if he does it again, they're going to cut off his head or his hands. And he gets back to his home, and some people run up to him and tell him that his dad unalived himself after he found out he was arrested again. And his dad had left him a note telling him
live a
he could
normal life.
live an honest life. So he goes batshit crazy, goes back
And
into the town and starts beating the hell out of everybody and anybody that would come near him. And then we get to meet the one who Channing Tatum voices in the English version. His Japanese voice actor is just as good, I will say. The guy who taught him that being a warrior is more than carrying a sword. You can do it by doing hand to hand combat as well.
Yeah,
So he shows up.
good old Kaizo.
What's his name?
Kaizo.
Kaizo. That's right. That's right. He shows up and he's basically like, I heard they were killing a kid today, so I was coming, but it seems like you defeated all these strong men. That's crazy. You're amazing. And asked him to come back. Basically said, "You're coming back to my dojo." And basically, Akaza goes, "Why would I'm a criminal? Like, basically, oh, get away, old man." And he was like, you have basically mentions his tattoos and brings up the fact that he's a criminal. And so like, let me reform you real quick. And he just knocks Akaza out
Beat the
and
hell out of it. What you mean?
beat the hell out of him. Yeah,
He brute
he beat
and
the hell out of him and brought him back to his dojo. And then it shows him waking up, and he's like, "Damn, you woke up in less than an hour. Normally people don't wake up, essentially." And he explains that
his daughter is sick and he doesn't have time to care for her because he's doing jobs for people and he just wants Akaza to take care of his daughter, help take care of his daughter for him while in between training. And we get a little back and forth with Akaza and the daughter. Um, Akaza being a kinder, more gentle individual to her, and we get to see a little bit of his training, and then it kind of cuts to them as grown-ups, and her Kaizo has asked Akaza to take over the dojo, and also the daughter wants to marry him. And Akaza, it shows Akaza away. I think he's in town picking something up. And when he returns at the dojo, he gets the unfortunate news that somebody had poisoned the water and his future wife and Kaizo have both died. And this sends him on a rampage to a neighboring dojo that, or I would say neighboring dojo that wanted to take Kaizo out because they wanted the land that he was given. And he goes in and murders, I think it's 87
67.
67 individuals. So much so that some of them are unrecognizable. And there's organs and body parts just flown about the building. And that's when Muzan meets Akaza because they're on a bridge, and Muzan's like, I heard there was a demon over here, but I didn't send anybody. And he goes, but I found out it was just a worthless human. And Akaza threatens to kill Muzan because he's just an 18-year-old who's angry. And that's when he turns into the demon that is Akaza.
Muzan
And
punches through his face, essentially.
yeah, that scene was that was a cool scene, I will say. Um, but then it cuts back to present time, and Akaza is about to do quite a big finishing blow. I don't remember what the move is called exactly, but Tanjiro finally comes back to because Akaza's head has started to reform itself. Shockingly, this man literally cannot die at this point. But They,
Ryan, he goes to use the same move that he killed Rengoku with, and I think it's the Death Order Chaos or something like
yes,
that.
it is that move. You're right. Because that's why Tanjiro jumped in to save Giyu. It's because he says it's the same move that he killed Rengoku with.
Yeah, and he wanted to get Giyu out of the way of the move radius.
But unbeknownst to us, he doesn't do it to Giyu. He does it to himself, and he tears apart his own body
He
because,
realized in all actuality he was the one who was weak
yeah, he was.
because of what he did.
Yep, he didn't have the strength to. I. It's
He ruined the fighting style of
soon
his
to be father-in-law.
sensei. Yeah, soon to be
Basically,
father-in-law.
he ruined the
And
name.
yeah, he ruined the name of it and it made him weak by doing that because he basically said that even though it's not supposed to be that violent, it's a defense, basically a self-defense mechanism instead of a violent thing.
Yeah,
And then he also realized because he was having flashbacks and seeing the girlfriend and stuff that he wasn't strong enough to protect them when he was alive. So he shouldn't be strong enough as a demon to fight anybody else.
yeah. So he pretty much kills himself, and then as he's regenerating, he's like, I don't want to regenerate, and he's ripping parts of him off as they're healing. And then Giyu and Tanjiro pass out. Gone. Not dead. Just mortally wounded. And
Oh,
that's
you're gonna ignore the fact that the whole time he's trying to die and fade away, Muzan keeps popping up in his head, trying to get him
oh,
to
to keep
stop
fighting.
and to keep fighting. You need to kill these people. We need to finish
Luck.
this. This is not part of the plan. And then it goes flashes back to the girlfriend, the father, and the dojo master, and they're like, basically, he's like, I can't be with y'all. And then he finally breaks Muzan's quote unquote curse, and he's a demon that's able to be in the same place as good people.
Like, I'm gonna be 100% with you. I hated this entire fucking scene. I absolutely hated it. Did not like a single bit of this whole scene.
Really? You didn't? I loved it.
It is the weakest, and I know people are going to disagree with me because it was such an emotional part. It is the worst part of the movie, in my honest opinion, personal opinion. And I'll say a couple of things. One, I hate getting backstories when a character is already dead. I don't care about the character at that point. They're gone. Who cares what their backstory is?
He wasn't fully dead yet. He was
Number
trying to
number
regenerate because
number
Muzan was trying to force him to.
number two is none of the other demons have ever been able to regenerate. Why can Akaza? It's weird. Doesn't make sense. Never
He's
explained.
he's only, what is he? What's his rank?
Upper three.
Upper upper three. So he's two, correct? Because Doma is three.
No, Doma two. Akaza's upper three. He is three.
Okay.
Doma
So
is stronger
my
than Akaza,
my my
if I'm not
theory with
mistaken.
the regeneration thing is he wants to keep becoming stronger, and that's just his will to live. So that's what I'm getting. He
Yeah,
wants to be
I
the strongest. He wants to be stronger than Muzan. That's essentially what his whole drive was.
yeah, I get that. I still hated it. Still don't like it.
I know,
Um,
but
my biggest complaint though is they fought this man tooth and nail, got his head cut off, And while he's standing there having this whole ass inner monologue, why didn't Giyu strike while he's not moving? It
His
is
sword was broken. He didn't have enough strength to move.
Liz, he
Like,
he literally keeps fighting after his sword breaks.
but I'm saying I also said he didn't have enough strength to move after that.
Yeah, but I mean, he was still he was in the process of doing an attack when Akaza stops.
Yeah, that is true. I guess
That's
I didn't understand, and I didn't like the fact that Tanjiro's ass was just passed out 80%, like 80% of the last part either. But it was my favorite, one of my favorite fights. I enjoyed. But it now
I like up until the point that they cut its head off. After they cut
the
its head off, it
the
fell so hard.
transparent world is interesting to see because you actually get to see Tanjiro's dad, who's riddled with cancer,
Yeah,
take down a big ass
the
grizzly bear
bear.
in 2 swings.
Yeah, it's a cool scene.
He literally teaches Tanjiro, which this is why I still believe that one theory that people are trying to debunk. I still believe it. I don't want to believe it, but I still think it.
I don't
'Cause I
remember what the
know it's
theory
not
is.
true. That motherfucker, that number one demon is his fucking father or his grandfather or something.
Oh, Kokushibo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There is no damn way them motherfuckers are not related some damn how. They are something is connected then.
also, this, since you mentioned Kokushibo, um, you remember he was a he had breathing techniques, right?
Yeah. He was the
How?
one who he's the sun breather, right?
Yeah, but when you were talking about Raigeki, you were like, it's crazy to think. You know, I didn't know that they got to keep their breathing techniques when they became a demon. You did know because we've talked about Kokushibo, and he's still
That
a
is true.
breathing
But
style while being a demon.
they didn't show they don't sh- they've never really showed him. I've never seen him fight though.
Well, yeah, he never been in the show at all, really.
That's what I'm saying. We haven't seen him use his breathing technique.
But you knew it was a thing that happened. Is
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
guess, but
saying.
I thought because he was
Oh,
the
you
sun
thought it?
demon, I didn't. It was a different type of thing.
I gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah, but I sorry. I still I think that motherfucker's stronger than Muzan. I think that's why
He is.
Muzan tries to keep him under his ranks. I do 100% believe because he passes through and stays at Tanjiro's house. I think that motherfucker is his father. Tanjiro looks different than any other sibling he has. He does not look like his father. He has the same hair. Something is up with that. Like,
Maybe we'll find out because I don't honestly remember.
like, and then they basically the crows are telling everybody that Tanjiro and Giyu
I've defeated
defeated
Akaza.
Akaza,
Also,
and
can I say the damn crows flying around yelling that is the dumbest shit.
it does kind of.
Every demon
It's
can hear
I
you.
know, yeah. Unless now they never really said it, but I always kind of wondered if Demon Slayer Corps are the only people who can hear the crows.
Oh,
Because you would think if that was the case, if they could hear, everybody else could hear him, that demon with the little, that's doing the castle switching, would be flipping the castle more.
oh,
Besides at the end.
that is fair actually.
And here's another point when Akasa's fight shows that Muzan is a fully awakened at this point. Like he is completely healed. It shows that at the end. He's about to come out of that flesh cocoon. I'm still slightly curious because you don't know what Muzan was like as a human.
He was a
Like,
sick
if he.
child.
Well, true. But I'm wondering if he Was he a sick child?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, we've seen bits and pieces of Muzan's past
Well, I was
of him
wondering
being a
if,
sick child.
since he's fully awakened now and fully healed, he can hear the crows. And that's why at the end the castle starts flipping like it does when they're getting close to him.
Oh,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
it could be.
So I'm starting to wonder if, even though he was a sick child, I don't know when he obviously got turned as an adult. Seems like, but how
If I'm
come?
not mistaken, he is the first demon. He was the first demon.
Yeah,
I know we've seen his backstory,
but I think
but I don't
he
remember it.
was. Yeah, you say he's the first. He's the first demon, but how did he get turned into a demon?
Um, damn it, Liz. We've seen this. We know what it is.
Look. I'm just curious because I'm wondering if he wasn't like I don't know like if they really fully
Yeah,
went into it.
he was born a sickly human. Yeah, I I do remember. I remember this, but now I'm
Now you're questioning it
now I'm questioning how he became.
because this is my theory. Now, I don't think he was the first demon per se. I think there was more demons out there, and I just think when he turned, he slaughtered them all. So he become the oldest demon. Like when he turned, but I also this is where I'm going with this, okay? Muzan's fully awakened. The castle starts turning where the crows are losing sight,
Okay,
basically, because it's changing. So what if what if, because there wasn't there a theory that the master and him were brothers?
yeah, but they weren't.
They weren't. But what if they were in a sense as Zen and his brother, and they were both part of the Demon Slayer Corps at first before he died and turned or whatever happened. And that's why now, since Muzan's up and understands what's going on, he knows the crows are there. He can hear
Okay,
them.
so we got Muzan's backstory 2 years ago. I knew we had already seen it. It was an experimental medicine that caused him to become a demon.
Okay,
Technically,
I
he
don't
didn't become
remember
a
it.
demon, but the the medicine gave him strength, but prevented him from being able to go into the sunlight, and then
Okay,
gave him the craving of just human flesh.
okay, so it's essentially a serotonin booster where you can't get too much sunlight. Got it.
But that's how he became the first demon,
Okay,
and then he
I
just
couldn't
started infecting everybody else.
I couldn't remember. I really don't remember that part.
It was had to have been season 3 during the Swordsmith Village,
Well, see,
maybe
that's
the
why I was
entertainment
curious
district.
because he knows it's just like you said, the crows flying around speaking, telling everybody what's going on. You would think other people would hear it,
Oh, let's.
but at the same time, Doma does hear it because Doma says something about um Tanjiro and Giyu defeating the Akaza. He finds out Akaza's dead.
Yeah, because he can feel Aka's energy disappear. They can sense other
Okay.
demons.
Okay.
It's the same way Kokushibo does it when he's literally far down with nothing around him. He
Just I was just wondering.
we got Muzan backstory at the very end of the Hashira trading arc. That final episode during the big battle.
Okay.
That's what it is. That's why we don't remember it. Because we watched that episode one time and never again. But this is a 2 hour long episode. We've got to end it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm making it to games.
I had a feeling you would say that. That's fine. I've been going for 6 hours.
Yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock. I'm barely hanging on as it is. But you work tomorrow, don't you?
Yeah, I work every
What
day
time
from
do you
now on.
work?
I work at 6
What do you?
p.m.
Okay. And say
So
if you wanted to, we could play games tomorrow.
we'll see what time I get up tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see too because I'm not doing anything tomorrow. I'm gonna be in my bed 90%. If not, we can do something else. If you don't feel like playing games.
Can I end the podcast episode?
Yeah, end it. Go ahead.
Okay. But with that, guys, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching on stream, watching the YouTube video, all that. We hope y'all enjoyed. Next week, we'll be back to normal, um, with the exception of the top two animes. We'll cover the other four on a regular basis, and we'll see what else comes along. Um, but we will see y'all next week. Hope you have a good night, day, afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are, and goodbye.